Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Fever, Sky coming up. WNBA season opener for both teams. There's always extra hype when they play. It's fireworks whenever these two teams.
Just when you thought Caitlin Clark had already maxed out on greatness, new behind-the-scenes footage from Indiana Fever practice just dropped, and it's got the entire WNBA buzzing like a live wire.
I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Fever shared this video, and you can see Caitlin Clark making a ridiculous shot from the corner. So just yet another meme created by Caitlin Clark. This used to be associated with Michael Jordan. Now it's associated with Caitlin Clark because everyone who tries to guard Cece winds up doing.
With the Fever gearing up for a high-stakes clash against the Chicago Sky, Caitlin is treating every minute of practice like it's Game 7 of the finals. She's out there drilling fadeaways with pinpoint accuracy, tossing assists like a 10-year veteran, and charging up and down the court with a kind of laser focus that screams, "I'm not just here to play, I'm here to dominate." Some flashy montage meant to boost social media likes. It's a full-on flex between those viral corner threes and her next-level connection with the Fever's newest additions, championship veterans such as Natasha Howard, Dana Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and Sydney Carlson, as well as rookie Michaela Timpson included. It's crystal clear Caitlin Clark isn't just preparing for the season, she's preparing to own it. I don't know if the Sky have the horses to keep up with the Fever. We've seen variety of scoring around Caitlin Clark, so I think their firepower will be just too much if you're riding with Caitlin Clark. This season hit that comment section with a big "I've got the Fever," and let the world know who the real queen of the court is.
Indiana Fever posted this on their Twitter page today. They said that Caitlin Clark to Michaela Timpson connection. So it seems like they are excited about this rookie. I could actually see her eventually getting more playing time than Brianna Turner. They're going to need somebody like that who can run the floor, play defense, catch those passes from Caitlin Clark.
Michaela Timpson, 18 pick in the draft, came out balling. She was a steal in the draft. She's definitely looking like she is going to be a big part of the future.
So Michaela Timpson makes the final squad. Of course, Timpson has those physical attributes that you can't teach and brings a good attitude to the floor clearly as well.
Caitlin knows all eyes are locked in on her every move. Instead of shying away from the attention, she's treating it like premium fuel, turning the pressure into productivity. Her recent practice performance is unbelievable. We're talking intensity, discipline, and execution on another level.
Caitlin Clark played a ton of minutes last year. There were some games that she didn't even sit out. She's going to play a significant amount of minutes, probably over 30 minutes a game at least, and she wants to do.
The Fever took things up a notch by moving their workouts into Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and Clark responded by treating the arena like her personal proving ground. In one instantly viral clip, 100,000 views. In just hours, Clark sinks a smooth as butter fade away from the corner looking entirely untouchable. Her defender left standing there, hands on head, baffled the fans, already calling it the Caitlin shrug. It's funny, it's iconic, and it's a mood.
Some footage has emerged of Caitlin Clark going off in practice. Come on. Fever currently got a couple injuries on the team. We got Sophie Cunningham, who's dealing with injury. We got Dances, who's dealing with injury. But that is not stopping from releasing some dope content. Yes, they're letting us know how sharp Caitlin Clark is.
And it wasn't just one lucky shot. The Fever's media team released multiple clips, each more jaw-dropping than the last. Clark whipping no-look passes like a magician, catching defenders sleepwalking, and slicing through drills with relentless energy. The standout, her chemistry with rookie Michaela Timpson on one breakaway. Caitlin delivers a laser pass that had fans convinced they'd been playing together for years. It was that smooth.
Clark is shooting further than she was. Further. I didn't think that was possible, but she's doing that. And she's also got her teammates. Leah Boston's with her. Kelsey Mitchell's with her. There's some new faces. Dana Bonner, Natasha Howard, both WNBA champions. Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Carlson, another WNBA champion, and also veteran.
The message is loud and clear. Caitlin isn't just a shooter. She's a complete package, playmaker, leader, catalyst. She's the heart of this Indiana team, and they're already starting to beat in rhythm with her. But what really left a mark was Clark's mentality. No drama, no showboating, just allowed. Hustle and focus, every rep looked like it mattered. You can tell this isn't just practice to her. It's the prelude to a war. And that war is coming in the form of Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky.
Holes also quoted Caitlyn has a different aura going into this season. It revealed that she was taking creatine. That's why you see that brolic frame from Caitlyn.
While most sophomores slow down after their rookie season, Caitlyn hit the accelerator. According to Team Insider's Clark didn't just train. She trained like a machine, event appearances sure. But that didn't stop her from being back in the gym before sunrise for her. This isn't about hype, it's about legacy. She wants to lead this franchise. And that takes preparation that goes beyond the basics. A summer ESPN deep dive laid it all out. Clark wasn't messing around. She focused on strengthening her body, boosting explosiveness, and protecting herself from injury. It wasn't vanity, it was strategy. Clark knows how physical the league is, and she's preparing for the grind.
I do believe that the Sky will be much improved, and Fever coach Stephanie White talked about keeping them off the boards.
Caitlin Clark looked better than ever.
Fast forward to the leaked footage, and the results are crystal clear. She's faster, stronger, balanced like never before, whether it's coming off screens or launching high-difficulty fadeaways. She looks effortless, controlled, and completely in command. Sophie Cunningham.
Cunningham didn't participate in the open portion of practice today, but she's putting up shots post-practice. It is still unclear if she will play in the Indiana Fever's season opener against the Chicago Sky. Yes, it's a season opener. They want to win their first game. And if there's anything that could aggravate her ankle anymore by playing her in this game, in a game that is probably going to be very physical, I honestly wouldn't mind if she sat out. I think the team can still win.
Again, it's a long season. So whatever the trainers tell me she's available to do, we'll work it in. Obviously, she's a huge part of what we.
And here's what's even better. Her leadership is blossoming too. She's not just out there putting up numbers. She's directing traffic, mentoring rookies, and lifting the entire team. Meanwhile, somewhere on the other side of the court, Angel Reese might be watching and wondering why every viral moment seems to belong to Caitlin Clark.
For the most part, when Caitlyn's not on the floor, Sophie seems to be that backup point guard, even though that's not her true position, but she did play backup point guard in college. Offense is just going to look a little bit different when Caitlyn's not on the floor, but I don't expect her to be off
court. Caitlin Clark isn't just the go-to sport for the Indians. She's their heart, brain, and undeniable motor. It's not just her deep shooting range lighting up highlight reels. It's her unrelenting energy, her unmatched court vision, and the kind of leadership you rarely see in a newcomer that has transformed this squad from rebuilding to potentially championship-bound. While some players focus on surviving their season, Clark's already working with GM Amber Cox and head coach Stephanie White to recruit veterans and shape the team's identity. That's not typical behavior. That's franchise centerpiece activity, even with early injuries sidelining key contributors like Sophie Cunningham. And dearest Dondas, Clark has doubled down. She hasn't used the setbacks as excuses. Instead, she's elevated her role, bringing up the energy at every practice, directing her teammates with the confidence of a seasoned vet, and injecting intensity that can't be coached. She's not just fine-tuning her jump shot, she's setting the tempo for the entire organization.
Isaiah Thomas, he is out here talking about Caitlin Clark and Tyrese Halliburton. And this is what he said. When he walked in, I said, he's walking in like Caitlin Clark. This is a Caitlin Clark type of game. Spreading the floor right, shooting it from way out there. I think Halliburton is watching Caitlin. I see a lot of her game in his game right now. What I think is the craziest thing about this, though, he's walking in like Caitlin Clark. That might be one of the craziest statements I have ever heard about an NBA.
Let's be honest, it's not just any regular game that has her this fired up. She's got one particular date circled in blazing red, the matchup against the Chicago Sky. For Caitlin, this isn't just a game. It's a mission. It's a public declaration that she's not just in the league to collect points or assists. She's here to take over. We all know what's driving the hype, the so-called rivalry with Angel Reese. Except let's cut the fluff. This rivalry is paper thin, built by media headlines and fueled by social media skirmishes. It's not Clark versus Reese. It's Clark running laps. While Reese tries to keep up, it's Clark building a dynasty. While Relay's bricks, the buzz around their collision is massive, not because they're equals, but because Clark brings that much gravity to the court. When the Fever meet the Sky, it's not about two players clashing, it's about the league's future staring down a loud but unproven challenger.
Joe Reese, preseason, part 2, let's get it! What they say about layups, harder than nuclear physics. Bang! She's a point forward now, and nobody's more excited than opposing defenses. Time for the vintage underhand scoopity shot from 3 feet. Yep, there it is. Bang!
It is bang. Let's rewind the clock for some context. Ever since that championship clash in college, people have been treating Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese like they're mirror images. But if we're keeping it real, they're from completely different basketball galaxies. Clark's all about finesse vision and dropping logo. Threes like it's target practice. She's all elbows and rebounds, thriving on hustle, but lacking the polish to match Clark's multi-dimensional brilliance. While Caitlin dazzles with jaw-dropping assists and clutch shots, Angel's main highlight reel consists of putbacks and pointing to imaginary rings. Fans, media, and Twitter trolls have debated their every move like it's an eternal yin-yang battle. But let's not pretend they're on the same level. And now, with both planted at the core of two rebuilding franchises, this game becomes less of a grudge match and more of a proving ground, especially for Ree, who's still struggling to find the range outside of 5 feet.
McDonald's sponsoring the first ever fry cook in the WNBA. Bag work is off the dollar menu, man. What is this junk? Bang! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And most importantly, Mother Teresa, Mother Nature, and Mother 2. I'm watching because of me too. Bang! Did you know a croissant's most important ingredient is butter? Yes, butter. Butter. Butter pecan. Bang!
The narrative around this game has been bubbling for months. And when the schedule dropped revealing this early season face-off, the hype hit a fever pitch. Sky versus Fever, Clark versus Ree. The college headlines have followed them right into the pros. And sure, the players have done their best to play it cool in interviews, but you can't fake the fire in their eyes, the mutual desire to win. And to win specifically against each other is obvious. It's not just tension, it's electricity. Fans are feeling it, analysts are feeding it, and deep down, both Clark and Ree know this isn't just another matchup. This is a battle to dictate the tone of their sophomore seasons and possibly the storylines of the league's next era. The
roster is down to 11, and rookie Michaela Timpson gets that last spot.
Fever are set at 11 for now. It was pretty obvious they were going to keep Timpson. Fever only going into the season with 11 players. They're a versatile team. They can go bigger.
Caitlin Clark is going to have to play heavy minutes. You can tell the difference when she's in the game versus when she's not in the game. They don't play with the same.
Caitlin Clark, for her part, has already been through more physical abuse in her first year than most players see in half a season. She's been bumped, hacked, elbowed, and body checked like she's trying out for a rugby team, not a basketball roster. And while some doubters questioned if she'd crumble under the pressure, all she's done is stand taller, shoot sharper, and control the game like a chess master. Meanwhile, Ree continues to flex, bark, and crash the boards. But you can't flex your way to a jump shot. And with Camila Cardoso now dominating inside for Chicago, Ree isn't even the most feared player in her own front court. Let that sink.
New head coach Tyler Marsh is busy installing a different vision for Chicago's offense. The Sky plan to use second-year power forward Angel Reese much differently than how she was deployed in her rookie season.
That front court combo of Ree and Cardoso is no joke. Though they're physical, tall, and relentless on the glass, Fever coach Stephanie White knows this and has highlighted the rebound battle as a major concern. But Caitlin, she's not losing sleep. She's been in the lab studying film, building chemistry, and sharpening her moves for matchups exactly like this. It's not about size, it's about skill, spacing, and intelligence. Clark isn't just ready, she's waiting.
The Chicago Sky's offense will no longer run through Kennedy Carter. Carter averaged 17.4 points per game in 2024, leading the Sky in scoring. Interesting. It should lead straight through, I believe she's 6'6"? Camila Cardoso down in the paint. That's who it should lead through. That's who it better lead through.
That's who it better lead through. Let's not overlook how different these teams look compared to last season. The Sky may have bulked up their roster, but it's the Fever who supercharged their team. And let's not forget Clark's massive offseason improvement. She's not just taking shots, she's creating lanes, finding cutters, and orchestrating offensive sequences with stunning precision, with Kelsey Mitchell dropping shots, Aaliyah Boston locking down the paint, and Lexi Hill locking in on defense. The Fever supporting cast is more than just serviceable, it's dangerous. And with Clark at the helm, it all hums like a well-tuned machine.
The final roster: Bonner, Boston, Clark, Colson, Cunningham, Dantas, Howard, Hull, Mitchell, Timpson, Turner. That's 11.
This is the final roster. I think it's a good.
This game, though, it's not about stats. It's about hunger. It's about intensity. The Fever walk into this one with a chip on their shoulder, a target on their backs, and a rookie leader who's fed up with the shade, the hacks, and the haters, if that practice footage told us anything. It's that Clark isn't planning to just play, she's planning to torch. Every movement in that footage screamed control. Every shot, every pass was crisp, clean, and laced with intent. This isn't preseason prep. This is war paint. The buzz is deafening. The stadium will be packed. Twitter is already flooded with predictions, memes, and side-taking sports centers on standby. And when that tip-off hits, it won't just be a game. It'll be the story everyone is watching. If Caitlin Clark walks out with a win, the critics get quiet. The is she for real crowd disappears, and the league gets another viral moment courtesy of its brightest star. But if somehow Angel Reese manages to outplay her, well, let's be honest, that'll mostly just make Caitlin's inevitable comeback win even sweeter.
We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. So if you thought we arrived,
2 more for Boston.
Now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
With hours left before game time, one thing is clear as day. This isn't just another chapter in the Clark versus Reese narrative. This is the rewrite. Clark isn't walking in with noise, she's walking in with purpose. And the entire WNBA is about to feel it. So when the Fever take the court against the Sky, and Clark locks eyes with Reese again, remember, it's not just about who scores the most, it's about who owns the moment. Legacy is being written in real time, and Clark's pen is already moving. If you're rolling with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, show love with a big "I've got the Fever" in the comments, so the world knows the next era of basketball isn't coming, it's already here. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next.